The king of this world finally appears and brutally destroys everyone in his path. Not even Zoro and Sanji can stop him. Black wings, black flames, and the Omen. Do you want to know everything about One Piece chapter 1180? Then let's go into it right now. The core of this chapter is a fan request, so let's just skip it. The chapter begins with Imu's full body being revealed. We had it before, but he was not standing, so we could not see his full body. Now we can. And his clothes looks more like a pirate than like a marine or a noble. Looks very similar to Zebek clothes, to Loki, but that means nothing because remember, this is not even the Imu's real form, probably. It is just a transformation like Nika is to Luffy. But at the same time, Nika's transformation doesn't change Luffy's clothes, so can be both. Can be Imu's clothes or not. And it has different layers in the clothes. And he also has white dots through his whole body, like even the foot, as you can see in the bottom of the page. And he has it through the whole body except for the hands and the face. So in the next page with insane speed, Imu cuts Jared fingers, like these two fingers from both hands, because she was holding Summers, and it sets Summers free. The manga shows Chopper's reaction to it, and this happens all the times in this chapter. When Imu attacks someone or cuts someone, it shows Chopper's reaction to it. And it is curious, probably we will have something in the next chapters, not in this one, about the Chopper's fruit, maybe the revelation of the forest gods or something else, but keep the eye on that. Pay attention to that in the next chapters. It will happen something with Chopper and Imu or with the people that Imu cut. Summers pull his body together and recover his heart. Harujin goes to attack Imu, but Stanson feels something, the Imu's attack coming, and he kicks Harujin to help him to avoid the attack, and he has his leg cut when he tries to help Harujin. And this is very brutal. It's different from everything that we had in One Piece before. Well, the only thing similar that I remember that we had was in Dressrosa when Doflamingo cut Law's arm, but Law recovered it later with his ability, so it was not permanent. We don't know about this one, but if Chopper doesn't show some new ability that regen, until now it is permanent. And again, we have Chopper reacting to it. Zoro tries to strike Imu, but Imu defends with his tail with zero effort. He almost doesn't look to Zoro, and in a counterattack he uses a kind of black flames with a hand seal. It's like some seal like this, but with both hands, something like this. And he uses ability called Omen. And the symbol that he used, the hand seal that I showed you, it comes from the Buddhism and it represents something that can mean even emptiness or can also represent void. And the name of this ability, Omen, refers to like old Japanese sorcerers that it is called Onimyoji, something that sounds like that, Onimyoji. And they were ancient Japanese sorcerers that used hand seals to see the future or to invoke, to summon curses. Very similar to Imu. We have again Chopper reacting to it. Harujin tries a new attack after Zoro, and using the same hand seal, Imu attacks him with a kind of like demon, like the black flames that comes from the Imu's hand became a kind of demon that exploded when touched Harujin. Imu created a circle of black flames like the one that he has around his head. This one, but it appears in Summers this time, not in Imu. The only difference between Imu's one and Summers is that Imu's has the eyes in his circle. Like, we don't know if it is black flames or black clouds, but until what we know is black flame, until for now. So the only difference is the eyes. Imu has, the others not. This ability that he gave to Summers is the same ability that he used to attack Zoro, is the Omen ability. So it can be used either for attack and for defense or some kind of boost for Imu's allies. Imu and Summers take flight, and when they leave, the house starts to back to normal again. They were possessed like demons, and when Imu leaves, it becomes normal again, normal house. Imu reveals black wings when he flies, but it's different. It's not like Lunaron's black wings, even because Lunaron's cannot hide his wings. Imu's looks more like Marco 1, like the Phoenix wings, or like Pel in Alabasta that he has the falcon fruit. These wings looks more like a fruit wing than a race wing. especially because races cannot hide his wings. Imu sees the Gunko frozen body, and he throws the same demon that he used in Harujin in the eyes that Gunko was inside, but he used the opposite side of his spear, not the blade side, the opposite side that before was black clouds, but it became a kind of cannon that he threw this demon. It looks not like if it is the spear itself, like one side is blade and the other is the cannon. It looks more like Imu can transformate the black cloud side of the spear in what he needs. It could be another blade, a cannon, or what else it is. And he keeps flying, so we don't see what happens to Gunko. Gaban mentions that he never felt a rock like that, not even in God Valley. What makes sense? Because this is what we expected from Imu. Because in God Valley, Imu was basically working from home, and now he's there personally. Should be a way bigger than in God Valley. Luffy, Loki, and Hagni are busy eating burnt food in the school. Meanwhile, the Omen, the ability, the Black Flame Circle, appears in Killian that were with the Sanji group, and he can set himself free with these Black Flames. And while that, Imu arrives dead. And at the same moment that Imu arrives, Sanji goes to attack him. One thing that I forgot to say before is that comparing to normal humans, the Straw Hats, Imu is really big. He's not a giant, but it's a way bigger than a common human. I would say something like Whitebeard, Kaido, Big Mom, maybe even a bit bigger, but I would say the same size as Whitebeard or Kaido. And Sanji says something interesting to him. He says, "Who said you could free him?" And it could be nothing, but it is interesting for who believes in the theory that Imu is the first Nika, so the relation with freedom and liberation. So Sanji saying this could be a hint from Oda. So to the ones that like this theory, it's a good point for you here. Imu does the same thing that he did with Zoro with Sanji. He defends the attack, counter-attack, and sends Sanji flying. And he counter-attack with a kick that explodes when Sanji hits the ground or the wall behind him. And he defeated Sanji with kick. It is a kind of ironical because he defeated Sanji in his best. It is kicks. And after that, Loki arrives. And Imu says that he's looking for the one who killed Harold 14 years before because Harold was his servant. And Loki says that Harold was his father, and more than that, the king of Ilbaf. Imu says that many tribulations could be avoided if Loki weren't there, and Loki asks where else he should be if not in Ilbaf. One curious thing is that during the chapter, Imu looks like if he doesn't remember what happened while he was in Gunko's body, because when he arrives, he asks who is the king of Ilbaf, and he already did that when he was in Gunko's body. When he arrived, he asked who were the king. He also asked to Loki who killed Harold, and he discovered that when he saw Nidhogg, like he saw Loki transformed in Nidhogg, he saw that Loki was the person that he was looking for. And also the ways that he speaks could sound quite different, because he's not saying like Harold was servant of Mu, or Mu is looking for the one who killed Harold. He said, I am looking, or Harold was my servant. It could be just the translation, because we don't have the official translation yet. It comes tomorrow, but maybe pay a bit attention for it. Could be something like Hulk and Bruce Banner, two personalities or more than two. So when he transforms, he has one personality. When he's in base form, he has another, or when he leaves Marjoy, something like that. But Imu could have more than one personality, so pay attention to it. It could be just something that he always asks, who is the king of this country? Like, I don't know. But it is strange that he asked it twice. And remember that probably that's not the form, the real form of Imu, the form that we saw in Marjoy's, because when he arrived, he transformed and he looks bigger now, he looks different, he doesn't have his crown, so probably it is a transformation, not his real form. So remember that. I'll make a dedicated video about it this week, probably Tuesday or Monday or Wednesday, one of these three, about Imus and everything that we had about him. So we'll be in the channel probably Tuesday. That's what the chapter. We do have chapter next week, and let me know what your thoughts about the chapter. Did you enjoy seeing the Straw Hats being humbled by Imu, or no? I like it. I like it to show the difference of the king of this world to the Straw Hats, even because in the last chapter, Sanji or Jinbe, I don't remember, said that they were too strong, the Holy Knights were too weak, something like that. So now we see the really difference, but we didn't see yet Loki and Luffy fighting, so we have more to see. And also, what your theories about the Black Flames of Imu and his Omen ability? The ability that he used in Zoro, in Killingham, in Summers. So if you liked the video, drop a like, comment below what your thoughts, and thank you to watching until here, and see you in the next video.